back to you there, K6USY, AA6S.
If you got money to burn.
10-4, Rubber Duck.
Yeah, very good, Bill. Yeah. Yeah, walking around doing different things, so, yeah. Hey, you should have come up and said hi, but, oh well, there'll be other opportunities. And I think Mikey is on frequency, K6USY, 1079.
Yeah, 1079, good evening, and good evening to you, Bill, AA6 Sugar 800, and K6USY 1079, with your partner in tow there, ZKA. Brittany, K6MYC. Good evening. I guess we're not too late here. Just as we walked in here, Judy had a phone call from her daughter, so I may try to memorize the first of the few guys checking in here. Anyway, we'll be here. Let's see, I'm not even sure where I'm pointed here. Let me turn on things.
Yeah, Mike's in there too, WA6AAJ. Hi, Michael.
Roger, check me in, WA6AAJ 727.
We got you.
You're pointed right down my throat. You're pinning the meter.
10-4.
Good evening, Mike. AAJ, KM6SR.
Hey, Rob, how you doing?
Pretty good. Hey, I was on Friday night, right about the time they were supposed to be, and I didn't hear you guys, but then I looked at Ralph's Bozo list check-in, and he had you guys down there. Did you talk to him last Friday? Over.
Yeah, he was really, really light with me. He was up and down. I got in. I don't think Bill got in. I think, Bill, you were sleeping on something, weren't you?
I think so. I think that's when I crashed until about 8:30 or something. Man, I was beat. I forget what we were doing. I was helping Mary with that desk of hers and changed the water faucet and I don't know what all, and worked on your stuff. And I think I'm going to go back on yours to that 120 ohm for the S meter there, like mine has in it. But anyway, I got your power cord today, so I think I already told you that, though. Anyway, I'll get it changed for you, and you'll be ready to go there. WA6AAJ, AA6S.
Roger, AA6S, WA6AAJ, KM6SRR. Rob, I don't remember hearing you. Did you come in, what time was it?
I think Ralph sent a message. He said he'd be pointing north about 7:45, so I came in there, and then he was supposed to be finished up and pointing back north again about 8:30, so I was given a whole bunch of holler outs on both those times there, over.
Okay, yeah, I got him about 7:30. I heard him early, and he checked me in, and wasn't sure if Bill was going to show up, which he wasn't able to, but either way, yeah, I sometimes it's hit and miss, so I usually start at 7:30, and he chimes in as soon as he hears it.
Roger, that's good to know. I'll remember there. Okay, thanks for the info there. We better let our commander get going here. KM6SR, standing by.
Come up on frequency, Rob.
You're a little low on frequency, Rob.
Boy, you shot a real low on that one, Mikey.
Okay. Good evening, Rob. Good to hear everybody. And we're getting going now. Judy is going to call Carolyn back after a few minutes here when we get done. Anyway, a hot day today. Got to be 90, maybe a bit more than 90. It feels like it's 90 in the shack here, too, I'll tell you. Anyway, let me see. I'm still pointed south. I should be pointed over toward KW6S in Santa Cruz. Let me do that. very good. KW6S, Tom, I wonder if you're in here this evening. And by gosh, we ought to check for a Tascadero too, Bill. So maybe you can check for a Tascadero, and we'll see if Tom is in here as well. KW6S, Tom. Okay, I don't hear Tom yet. So why don't you see if we got a Tascadero waiting in the wings here? Unless he told you last night he wouldn't be here. Over. Bill, do you copy me? AJ, you better tell Bill what I want him to do. Look toward Tascadero, okay?
Okay. Bill, are you still around? Hey, can you try for Ron, W6QUI?
Mike?
A6S is on its way to Tascadero.
Roger, Roger. I can't hardly hear Tom. I mean, I can hardly hear Bill tonight with his antenna that way. But we'll stand by. We'll stand by waiting for a Tascadero. I'll be standing by. K6MYC in the 1296 Bozo Net. I think Bill forgot to turn his amp on or something. He's really gone for me. I can't hear him at all. Normally I can hear him fine.
Yeah, he's really weak. I can barely hear him when he's pointed that way.
Yeah, I think he doesn't have the amp on or something.
W6QUI, WA6AAJ. Hello, Ron. Good to hear the weather's nice and acceptable there. It's getting up to where it normally is here. So, anyway, good strong signal tonight. Over. K6MYC, WA6AAJ.
Yeah, I got Ron logged in here, but I'm only hearing a tiny bit of him, and I can't hear Bill at all. So Bill must not have the amp on or something.
Yeah, he turns it off, and when I got off of him, I couldn't hear you when I'm pointed at Ron, so I came back up here, and anyway, yeah, those guys disappeared once I'm pointing north.
Yeah, okay. I'm going to swing up and tell Bill we got him, and thanks for checking him in, and I'm going to swing up toward Tom at Santa Cruz at 275 here.
Okay.
Turned over toward Tom, KW6 Sugar, Santa Cruz. I wonder if you're there tonight yet, Tom. K6MYC in the Bozo Net, over.
K6MYC, KW6S. Good evening, Mike. Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, good deal. I may not be pointed right on you, but close enough. Good signal. Good to hear you. The Alpha 6 Sugar just finished working Ron down there in the Atascadero, so Atascadero's on there tonight for a change too. That's good. Anyway, great to hear you, and hopefully it was about 90 plus here today. Very warm, over.
Oh, it's just a beautiful day here. I don't know what it was, probably about high 60s maybe, and I was in and out all day trying to work Glorioso, and I haven't done it yet.
Well, yeah, that's a tough one, I can tell you. Boy, and there's a lot of people very unhappy either with the operation or they're giving it a lot of trouble. I don't know if you're catching all that side chatter that's on there, but somebody's really bad-mouthing the guy that's running that in Glorioso, over.
Yeah, I think he's probably running some sort of a robot, and today it wasn't finishing the contacts the way you normally do, and there was at one point when I was actually hearing him, which I haven't been able to do much of the time, he was just responding to the same station over and over and over again, and so it was locked up and nobody watching the gate, I don't think.
Oh, great. Well, hopefully you can work him, good, bad, or otherwise.
Oh yeah, I'll keep trying. He seems to stop abruptly without, and then sometimes move to another band and then come back. It's kind of weird. Yeah, I don't know how well. I think he probably had a good plan, and when he got there, the propagation and his antennas and so forth just aren't really fitting in the way he planned it. But I keep hearing him every once in a while, so I'll keep going after him. He says he's working 6, but I haven't seen him spotted on 6 yet.
Okay, you haven't heard him. You have heard him a little bit on FT8?
Yeah, I heard him on FT8 on 20 and 15 both, but both times before I could work him, he just left.
Yeah, well, that's a real difficult path, I can tell you, on 6 meters. It's going to take a miracle for you to work him, but I'm wishing you good luck. I would think his early morning, your early morning here, as early as you can get up is the best time for 6. We used to work the guy in Diego Garcia over there when I was in the Caribbean with Jimmy. We always worked him at about 7 o'clock in our time in the morning in the Caribbean, over.
Yeah, I noticed that even the Europeans were working quite a bit of 6 meter right before sunrise, and which kind of surprised me. That's not when I've an interesting band to work on.
Yeah, well, again, I don't know at this latitude where we are whether we'd have the same propagation we had in the Caribbean, but Jimmy and I really found it quite interesting. We could work this guy every Saturday and Sunday. He was a military guy. He was stationed there on one of our bases in Diego Garcia, and he'd be on Saturday morning like clockwork every day, and then Sunday. So he was on 2 days a week, and it was like an alarm clock. All right, listen, see if anybody else copying Tom there. This is Mike, K6MYC. Anybody else want to say hi to Tom? Okay, looks like you're a little light over here tonight, Tom, so I think we'll slide on up into the Bay Area.
Very good. I'll catch you tomorrow night on 2 meters. K6MYC, KW6S.
Tell Judy your number.
610. 610.
Thank you. That way I don't have to repeat it for her. He's copying you pretty good, although you were really in a fade at the moment. All right. Huh?
Thank you.
Yeah, she says thank you. Very good. All right, see you tomorrow, Tom, on 20 meters there. We'll be back in the hot shack again. I'm sure it'll be even warmer here tomorrow. 73 KW6S, K6MYC, sliding up toward the Bay Area. Okay, this should be pretty close to the Bay Area. QRZ 1296, QRZ 1296, Bay Area Bozo Net.
K6MYC, KD6S. Good evening, Mike.
Yeah, good evening, Fred. Quite a surprise to hear you, but a little fluttery, but I'm not pointed right at you. KD6SOK, and his number is 507. Good evening. Take a transmission, Fred, and there was somebody else underneath you, so we got more than one person in the Bay Area tonight, which is always nice. Hi. Hope you had a good day. KD6 Sugar Oscar Kilo, Cupertino, K6MYC.
Okay, Mike. Yeah, I had a pretty good day, although it's starting to get warmer here. Probably not as hot as where you live, but it's going to get into the 90s by Friday out here. Anyway, had a good day. Just trying to relax this evening. Got the windows open with the cool air in. So we'll see what the rest of the week brings. Anyway, good to hear you, Mike. Good signal. The signals are a little bit up and down, but it doesn't really matter. I hear you full copy, so you're doing well. 86, that's okay.
Yeah, boy, you sound like you're underwater. You got a warble on you tonight. Where did you get that warble attachment, Fred? Okay. Yeah, we had a good day. We worked hard. Judy and I worked in the yard all day today. We pulled weeds for something new. And we moved from the weed pulling in the backyard to the front yard. How about that? Anyway, 73, Fred, thanks very much for checking in here. Good to hear you. Maybe we'll even hear you on 2 meters tomorrow, Lord willing, and that creek don't rise. KD6S okay for your final, K6MYC.
Okay, Mike, sounds good. I'll see if I can make it. The noise floor isn't too high. It's been, 2 meters, it's been pretty bad the last couple of days again, so I don't even attempt it. It's so noisy. Anyway, good to hear you, Mike. I'll wish you a good evening, and to you and Judy. So, 73, KD6, that's okay.
Roger, Fred, 73, and I know about the noise. I was buried last night on 6, 73. QRZ Bay Area, K6MYC 1296 Bozo.
Whiskey, India Sugar.
Okay, I hear you, Paul. Backscatter pretty weak. Maybe I can find a better spot. K6 Whiskey, India Sugar. And his number is 637. And that's Paul. And back over to you, Paul. Let's see if I can find a better peak on you there. K6 Whiskey, India Sugar, K6MYC, over.
Yeah, good evening, Mike. Thanks for coming back to me, even though I'm bouncing off the bay and not emanating from there. But you've got a good, solid 5x3 signal. I'm pointed in the best direction right now, so don't change your antenna. It's probably about in the right place. I'm pointed just south of the bay area for a good reflection there, Mike. Over.
Very good. Well, we got you. I peeked you up a little bit here. Do you have anybody else to check in there, Paul? Over.
Nope, negative. The band's very quiet here right now. Haven't heard anyone else. Just listening to the live stream. Over.
Okay. Listen up for somebody else that wants to call you. Listen up, Paul. Go ahead. The station wanted to call, Paul. Well, maybe it was not that for you, Paul. Let me see. Who was the station that broke in with Paul? Kilowatt 6 Mike Yankee Charlie. Go ahead.
W6PQL.
Okay. Good evening, Jim. W6PQL. 1296, of course. Jim. And good to hear you. Not real strong, but maybe I can find a little better heading here. Warm here today. Over 90 a little bit. Over.
Okay. Yeah, we're about 77 today. It wasn't quite that warm as it was the day before. Tomorrow's going to be different, though. It's going to warm up quite a bit. And you're only about an S unit above the noise here, but I don't have any noise to speak of on 1296. It's one of my bands. The VHF bands are pretty terrible over here, but once you get to 1296, it's pretty quiet. A6MYC, W6PQL.
Yeah, Roger. Solid copy, Jim. It's not real strong, but very steady. A lot of rapid QSB on the audio, but your audio gets through that condition. Some guys I have terrible trouble with when they sound like you do. I have terrible problems with Jim WB6JNN when he gets the rapid QSB on him. I don't know. It's just your speech cadence, but you get through fine. Okay, on the warmer weather tomorrow coming. Yeah, we're going to be warm all week. We're going to be pushing 100 by the end of the week here. So there you go. I'll listen for you tomorrow on 2 meters, of course. Hopefully things will be good. In the meantime, I'm going to see if I can hear. Well, you know what you might do. Daly City was in here last night, KB6 Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie. But I may not be able to hear him tonight on 1296. Why don't you see if he's on frequency, Jim? KB6 Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie. Are you here, Mike? K6MYC.
KB6WFC, W6PQL for K6MYC. Are you here, Mike? I'd hear him if he was here, Mike. I don't think he's here yet.
Okay, well, maybe. He came in very, very late on 6 meters or whatever it was last night. 6 meters, yeah, he came in very late. I was just in the background, had the radio turned way down, and all of a sudden I heard him, so we got him. Anyway, good. Let me see. Is there anybody else in the Bay Area? K6MYC. Okay, boy, oh boy, are you weak. Did you want something?
Chat for a while, 245, D6JNN, Willie Baker. Yes, November, standing by, standing.
WB6JNN, Jim, 285. Good evening, Jim. You're very light here, very light. I'm going to try and peek the antenna on you. You may have to come back just a tad. But it's about Q3 copy at the moment. I'm surprised it isn't better. WB6JNN, K6MYC, over.
Yes, you are 5 to 6. Oh, that I'm weak doesn't surprise me any. Because that's about when I would be about S1 to 2, something like that, to you, given the power difference. And there is, of course, the understanding you might try putting your AGC in the fast position. That might help in keeping myself more consistent. So then certainly to my similar, so should have similar characters. B6MYC, that's just plenty of time. WB6JNN.
Roger, Jim. Well, it's about Q4 copy. We got most of it. And you're not hearing us too well either, but lots of QSB, as you say. but we got most of it there, and you're holding in pretty well. I don't have enough signal from you to have any AGC action here at all, unfortunately. Hi. Anyway, 7-3, thanks for being there, Jim, and we'll look for better conditions with you tomorrow night on 2 meters. 7-3 for now. WB6JNN for your final, and we'll look for others in the Bay Area. K6MYC.
You came up to 7 and 8.
Yeah, it's all over the place, isn't it? Okay.
Yeah.
Alrighty, well, 7-3 for now. Hopefully it'll be more stable one of these days. By the time we get through summer, it'll be good again. Hi. WB6JNN, K6MYC, clear, Bozo Net, 1296, Bay Area, over. Okay, nothing heard at the moment. We're going to go up toward Oakley, and then 6RO. Here we go.
Able 6 sugar break.
Yeah, go ahead, Bill.
Yeah, check in Ralph. Mike and I worked him. It's pretty weird. The signal's not real good tonight, but I copied him okay. And also we talked to Ron there, which you probably heard. Anyway, check those guys in, and we'll get out of here. K6MYC, AA6F.
Okay, let me get you to do something for Judy. She's getting pretty good at hearing you. You've got a good voice and a good signal. Give her Ralph's call sign phonetically, his Bozo number, which is number 3, and then she can take it from there. Go ahead, Bill.
Yeah, Roger. Good evening, Judy. Ralph's call was K6 Tango Sierra Kilowatt. Kilowatt number 6 Tango Sierra Kilowatt. At number 3 on the bozos here. We're all a bunch of bozos. I know that. Anyway, good talking to you there at the junk fair there, Judy. That was fun. K6 Mike Yankee Charlie, AA6S. Go ahead.
Thanks, Bill.
Roger. You got a good voice on the radio.
Yeah, there you go. Alrighty. Thanks for getting QUI. I could hear traces of QUI, I think, but you and he are about the same signal strength, so. But I heard somebody in there continually, and I guess some of that was you and some of that was him, but I didn't poke around. I just stayed at 211. But I couldn't copy either one of you when you turned that way. Thanks again for getting Ralph. I'm sorry it wasn't good propagation tonight, north-south. See you tomorrow on 2 meters, hopefully, Bill. K6, AA6 Sugar, K6MYC. Thank you.
Roger, Mikey. I should be here. Able 6 Sugar.
Right, take care. Okay, I'm still in the Bay Area. Anybody in the Bay Area before we move to Oakley?
KB6BA.
KB6BA. Good evening, Oliver. That's Kilo Bravo 6. Bravo Alpha. KB6BA 900. And Oliver was at the flea market. Yeah, she remembers you, Oliver. Thank you very much for calling in. I'm not sure I've got the antenna peaked on you. You're not real strong tonight, but probably good enough for the contact here. KB6BA, K6MYC, over.
Yeah, they're plenty strong. So no problem copying at all. Not too much to report. Went from height today, and other than that, just enjoying my summer, I guess. K6MYC, KB6BI.
Yeah, very good. I meant to ask you when I saw you at the flea market, and I don't want to impose on you. You don't have to tell me, but are you working somewhere? What business are you in there? Who do you work for? What kind of job do you have, over?
Well, my career was spent as a semiconductor product engineer, originally in Fairchild Research Laboratory, and then successive companies. And after that, I did some software programming for a medical company. So retired in 2012 and went back to school, San Jose State, for another master's degree in electrical engineering. But pretty
much focused on my hobbies after that. Photography, astronomy, railroad history, and hiking, I guess. Over.
Yeah, very good.
Yeah.
What kind of a? You said it was. Are you a semiconductor engineer? Is that it? Mostly in the physics side of semiconductors, or something else? Over.
Well, our company made charge-coupled devices for military, scientific, and industrial applications, and I was involved in the testing of those devices before shipment, designing computerized test procedures to make sure they met their specifications, and also writing test procedure documents for them.
Oh, very good, very good. Interesting stuff. Very good. Well, I wasn't sure, and I couldn't tell from looking at you, because I don't see you that well anymore, how old you are, but sounds like you got a good job and got retired early and able to pursue your hobby, doing what you want to do, and hiking and all that.
Yeah, thankful for that opportunity and try to stay healthy, of course. So I guess that's all I can think of.
Okay, hang on just a second. Judy has a couple of comments for you. This is the mic button.
Hi, Oliver. I had a question. I'd like to know more about your railroad hobby. Is it with model railroads or the history of railroads? Can I know more?
Yeah, sure. I've been a railroad buff for decades. Used to go watch trains. Now I spend time reading about old abandoned railroads, history of railroads. I grew up in Chicago, the area. Basically the history of railroads that no longer exist. I went up to, during the solar eclipse in 2017, I toured Milwaukee and actually toured the old Milwaukee Railroad right away through Montana and Idaho. They were an electric railroad, and they abandoned their line about 1980. So it's a lot of nostalgia appeal for me at my age, I guess. Over.
I think it's terrific. Do you have a favorite museum where the presentation of antique equipment is quite good?
Yeah, I've been to a number of them. There's one in the Chicago area called the Illinois Railroad Museum, and they preserved a lot of equipment that was operating when I was a kid, but going too late to appreciate that. So around here, I like the Western Railway Museum there in Rio Vista, Sacramento Delta area. Haven't been to many down Southern California. Been to one in Paris a couple of times. So those are the ones that come to mind. Go ahead.
That's great. I appreciate the information. I understand there's a railroad out of oh my God, Sonora maybe. It goes up a mountain and takes about an hour for the trip, and it's supposed to be quite special. I've always wanted to go there, and it's quite picturesque with a steam engine. Anyway, over and out. Thank you.
Okay. I think I did that years ago. There's also one more museum called the Niles Canyon Railway. They're right here in the Bay Area, and they run steam and diesel trains, and I watch those once in a while. So quite a lot of interest in California. And the Union Pacific Railroad is actually bringing out their huge big boy steam engine to Roseville in July, and that'll bring hordes of people and rail fans. So thanks for the interesting question, and hope that provides a good overview of what I'm interested in. And So good to talk with you, and back to you there, Mike, KB6BS.
Okay, very good, Oliver. Thanks for the feedback there. And Judy was very interested in that. Sounds good. And nice to know what other people are doing in their spare time beside ham radio. Hi. So thanks for that full-scale dissertation there from our standpoint, at least on the limited time frame on the in the net here. Hi. Great, Oliver. Thanks again, buddy. And it was sure good to see you down in the Fresno area. And hopefully we'll see you again one of these days. KB6BA in the Bay Area, K6MYC clear. Is there anybody else on 1296 before we go to Oakley? Over. Okay, W6 something, but I couldn't get it. Is that you, Frank?
Yeah, stand by. I should be getting a little better now. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, you're fine. You were in a super null. I thought it was you. W6BBS, Frank, 72. And how are you doing today? Did you get your banking done?
Well, the important part that we both had to go do, so that stuff is done, and just moving forward. I'll be down in the morning, and nothing of any interest to report. And I was listening to the Bay Area there, and you're right. When I pointed at the Bay Area and those last couple stations you worked, you're right in my null, so you're a little hard to hear too. Over.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. Even with 600 watts, huh? Okay. Were you able to copy Oliver there?
Yeah, barely. A few words now and again. I could hear him talking all the time, but not really, about a Q2 copy was about all I had on him.
Yeah, well, you would have been Q5 if you had a good preamp up there. So in the long term, I'm sure that your QTH is going to work out super. A little power and some ears, and you'll be in good shape there. All right, let's see. I guess we should go up and see if we can get Ken in 6RO. So let me go up to 300 degrees here. Okay. N6RO, N6 Radio Oscar, N6RO. Wonder how we're doing up there this evening, Ken. N6 Radio Oscar, K6MYC Bozo Net. Ken's in and out recording guitar pluckers, no doubt. Well, he'll probably call me when I get up towards Sacramento, so he'll go up towards Sacramento and see who we can hear. Okay, up towards Sacramento. I don't know who we're going to have in here. Maybe we can hear you, Paul, on the direct path here. We also would love to hear K1YQP. We would love to hear KE6ILX or anybody else on 1296 in the Sacramento area. QRZ Sacramento Bozo Net, kilowatt 6 Mike Yankee Charlie, over. Pretty quiet. How about N6RZJ? Let me move up a little bit here. N6RZJ, N6RZJ. I wonder if you're in there tonight, Dan. K6MYC, over. KR6MR. Oh, my God, look at that. KR6MR. What did you do, get an amplifier?
Only in my dreams.
Holy cow. I didn't get it. Do you have power, or are you still just running 10 watts? Just say what power you're running, over.
10 watts. I also had very good copy on 6 sugar. He came in loud and clear, over.
Wonderful, wonderful. By God, this is the best contact we've ever had here. So it looks like the summertime conditions are paying off here. What's the number there, Judy? 237. 237. Okay, man. I could probably come back and peak you a little bit, John, but carry on, and let's see if I can peak a better signal out of you. Go ahead. Okay, KR6MR, K6MYC. I've lost you, so that was a dandy peak, over. Anyway, wonderful peak, John. Wonderful peak, and great to hear you. That's the best contact. Best contact we've ever had here. We're very Q5 for a few seconds and then some. Anyway, I'll listen again for N6RZJ. N6RZJ. Dan, are you in here tonight, over? Not hearing anything from Dan. KW6T, by any chance, did you get 1296 running, Russ, over? Nothing heard from Russ. How about KE6ILX? One of these days we'll hear Jeff on this band, over. How about K1YQP? N6RO, are you in the shack yet? Okay, what time we got? I got to go to Nevada. We're going to be late. And let's go to Nevada very quickly. Here we go, Nevada, Nevada. Okay. N7 Whiskey Tango, N7WT or KE7UQL? KE7UQL, N7 Whiskey Tango, K6MYC, calling and listening. N7WT, N7 Whiskey Tango, K6MYC. KE7UQL, KE7 Uniform, Quebec Lima, K6MYC, over. I think I'm hearing a little voice in there. Keep trying. KE7UQL. KE7UQL. K6MYC, looking for you, and also N7 Whiskey Tango. N7WT or KE6UQL. K6MYC, calling and listening. I gotcha. KE7UQL just coming up out of the noise. KE7 Uniform Quebec London 272. Make it longer transmission, Daniel. K6MYC, over. I think you and I doubled that time. Try it again, Daniel. Try it again, and I'm going to try and peak on you here. KE7UQL, K6MYC, over. Roger, Larry. N7WT, we've got you. Pretty good copy on CW. Q4 4x1, 4x1 on CW. N7 Whiskey Tango 657, 657. We've got you, Larry. N7 Whiskey Tango, K6MYC. Over. KE7UQL and N7WT. Thank you, guys. Thanks for checking in. It's gone back into noise now, but maybe you can still hear the 600 watts here. 73s, guys. 73s. We'll see you on 2 meters. We'll see you on 2 meters tomorrow. KE7UQL and N7WT. 73, K6MYC. Roger, Larry, and Roger, Daniel. Good copy on your 73s, Daniel. Thank you, guys. 73s, we finally made it for 1296. It's a good night tonight on 1296. 7373. Okay, got it. Thank you. Okay, I'm going to go back down and see if I can pick up N6 Radio Oscar here. It's the only one that's missing right now. Maybe N6 RZJ, but didn't sound like Dan was in there. Okay, one last call for N6RZJ or N6 KR6MR if you're still there, John. It might come back up again. We had good contacts into Nevada also. KR6MR or N6RZJ, K6MYC. Over.
Yeah, okay. Still there. Sounds just great.
Okay, I hear somebody talking. Give me call signs, so I know who I'm hearing. I'm very light, but I hear somebody. Give me a call. Give me call signs, over. You know who that was. Okay, well, we'll assume it was you, John. Thanks again. We'll see you on 2 meters. 73s, we'll see you on 2 meters tomorrow. N6RO, N6 Radio Oscar. I wonder if you're in there tonight, Ken. Maybe you could tear yourself away from your steak there. N6RO, K6MYC.
K6MYC, N6RO. I'm heading northeast right now, but I'm turning toward you.
Okay, well, we'll watch your signal come up here. N6RO. 835, Ken, of course. And we'll watch your signal come up. Go ahead, Ken. I'll give you a signal to home in on if you need it. N6 Radio Oscar, N6RO. N6 Radio Oscar Oakley, K6MYC calling. Had a good copy on you, pointed northeast, but you maybe had to go all the way around to get to me. Hi. N6 Radio Oscar Oakley, K6MYC. You're coming up now. You're coming up. Keep going. Yeah, maybe you can't. Maybe you're stuck or something. It doesn't sound like you're getting peaked on us here. Anyway, we do have you logged in, Ken. You are logged in. We copied you fine earlier. So we'll catch you tomorrow, of course, on 2 meters and find out what happened here. I had good contacts into Nevada. I also had a good contact with Meadow Vista, who we hardly ever hear. So that was really good tonight. So we'll take another standby for you, but if you're having rotor trouble, we'll understand. N6 Radio Oscar Oakley, K6MYC. 6MYC, N6RO, how copy? Yeah, now it's getting a little better. What's up? Nothing new, just not good conditions tonight, but I can hear you when I pointed to Nevada, and now I can hear you direct, so it's one of those nights, over. Yeah, okay, I got a little better heading on you, too. Okay. Well, we had good contacts. I was surprised. John KR6MR, very rare to hear him on sideband with his 10 watts, but he came up out of the noise just fine. We also got Larry in Nevada and Daniel in Nevada, so kind of a good night here. I wish we had some information on Steve. It's sure sad to have Steve missing in here. I just wonder what the heck happened to him. He's the only one we haven't been able to get some kind of feedback on. N6 Radio Oscar, K6MYC.
Oh, you're loud in that direction.
Isn't that weird? Maybe it's a path change or something here.
Oh, I can hear you here, Mike.
Got 775 in here waiting for you, too.
Okay, well, we'll put him in. Thank you.
Who are you putting in, KM6SR?
I'm putting in Mike, KB6 Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie. It's really funny conditions here. Jim is booming in, pointed toward 300 degrees. So something going on here. I'm sure it's not the rotor. It's been working perfectly here. But anyway, that's KB6 Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie's number 775. That's Mike. Okay, good, Jim. Don't run away, Jim. Maybe we can hear Daly City from where we're pointed here, if he's still in there. Go ahead, Jim.
Okay, yeah, you guys doubled for a second. Go ahead, Mike in Daly City.
K6MYC, K6MYC, KB6WSC. How copy? Over.
QSL, Q5. You're Q5 with difficulty. Q5 with difficulty, Mike. Good to hear you. Good to hear you here on 1296. We're strange. We're pointed at 300. What is it? 301?
290.
Oh, we're at 290. Well, we're right. I guess I was off. Okay, 290. So I'm pretty much pointed right at you. So good to hear you, Mike. Sorry we missed you the first time around there. KB6WFC, Daly City, K6MYC, over.
Did you lose him, Mike?
Yeah. He's still in there.
I guess it faded on you, Mikey. He's not hearing you anymore.
Well, I'm hearing him.
Oh, you got that quiet location, don't you?
Yes, we do, and good preamp. Okay, anyway, give him my best 73s. Tell him thanks for coming up, and we've also got Ken checked in, but not very good copy from Ken because apparently the path has got a little 10 or 15 degree. Well, no, I'm pointed at 290, so I'm only off of you by a few degrees. Over.
Yeah, it's not off by very much. I think you point normally at 285, so you're close.
Yeah, that's for sure. Okay, well, I think we're about done for the evening here. Rob, any questions from you, Rob? KM6SRR, K6MYC.
Do you have a count how many we had tonight? Over.
Well, let's see. It was 20. 19 so far, and she probably hasn't written me in. Have you written me in? Okay, 19, 20 with me. Over.
I've only got 19, so I'm missing one.
Okay. We can go down the list here. Let's see. Who might have you missed? Who could you have missed? We'll start with K6USY, AA6S, KM6SRR. You do have Frank in here, W6BBS, of course. Okay, don't forget K6ZKA, Brittany, Aaron's wife. You got her?
Roger. I imagine it's towards the end. Did Jim pick up, is it Steve over there in Santa Barbara?
No, he hasn't worked Steve in Santa Barbara. He picked up KB6 Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie. That's Mike over there in Daly City, 775.
Roger.
We did get KR6MR. I did not hear N6RZJ. But we did get Larry N7 Whiskey Tango, and we did get Daniel KE7UQL. So pretty good night overall. We got Ralph in here. Did you hear Ralph when Bill gave us Ralph?
Roger. I've got all those you've mentioned so far.
Okay. Well, let's go down the list a little further. What's this? We got Fred, KD6SOK. He was first in the Bay Area. We got Paul, K6 Whiskey India Sugar with no relays. Again, we got Jim, W6PQL, 1296.
Oh, it is 1290.
Yeah, and then we got Jim, WB6JNN, 285.
That's the one I don't have.
Okay, that would do it then. Yeah, he was very light tonight. Okay. Pretty good night overall. We won't stay out here. I think we're done for the evening. We had a hard day in the sun. Both Judy and I were scraping grooves in the concrete, trying to get the weeds out and stuff. Long, hot day. So we'll see you guys tomorrow night. And thanks for your help, Aaron. Thanks for your help, Rob. And yours as well, Frank. We'll see you in the morning, Frank. W6 Bravo Sierra and the group, K6MY around the loop.
Yeah, okay, Roger, Mike. I'll see you in the morning, and good night to everybody. And go ahead and take us off. Get the KM6SR, 6BBS.
Okay, thanks, Frank. W6BBS, KM6SR 73. And Mike, I got 2 new tires today from Shetler and Madera. Good price, cheaper than car tires. So I got my tractor up and running again. So I'm good shape. Okay, we'll say 73 is Mike, K6MYC, KM6SR. Go ahead, Aaron.
Yeah, good evening, everybody. K6USY, DM06. Been sitting here listening and working Europe on FT8 on various different bands, so it's good to actually see some activity again. K6USY.
Yeah, very good. Bands 10 and 15.
15, 17, and 20. Russia, Romania, Germany, worked Fiji, Puerto Rico, Sweden, Poland, and Hungary. So, yeah, it's more than just U.S. stations tonight, which is nice. But, yeah, a lot of times I sit here and I listen to you guys on the net and then work FT8 on the other rig in the background. So I can double duty.
We call that multitasking, and I want to have you with 3 balls in the air juggling, too.
Well, that's what the kids are for.
Okay. Very good. 7-3, Aaron.
Yeah, good night, Mike. Good night, Judy. K6USY D6.
Good night, Aaron.